Hi, it's Jason in Jason's Jungle, and welcome to day 2 of my polytunnel build. I was going to show you how I adjust the polytunnel to get it square so that the frame and the cover fit, but I measured it and I am 1 centimetre out, going from the front left corner to the back right corner was 661 centimetres. Going from the other way around it was 660. Now, not exact, but I could mess around with it in a month of Sundays and never get it closer and just end up bodging it up. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to get on with doing the ground pegs. Now I'm starting to do my ground anchors. If you look here, and I'll just move you a bit closer, you'll notice I'm putting the ground anchor underneath the bar and attaching it with a hose clamp. Now you're going to say, but Jason, it's a hook, it hooks over. I said, yes it does, but I'm doing it this way for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that underneath here is a big hole. And that big hole is going to have Postcrete in. That means there's going to be a concrete pad there, and you're going to have this bar sitting on top of the hook that's supported by the concrete pad, so that's going to help stop it sinking. And I'll show you the other reason why I'm putting them underneath later on, but I'm going to get on with digging out the holes, and then I'm going to do some Postcreting. Okay, so I'm putting the auger in to make the holes. This I'm putting it at an angle so that it goes diagonally into the ground, and I'm putting it far enough away from the vertical support so I don't keep hitting it with a handle. Just do a couple of turns to get it started, get in there a little bit. And then just pull out the saddle. The reason it's going in an angle is to ensure that I can get the spike underneath the horizontal pole and still in a space where it's going to get covered with the Postcrete. To do the hole, what I need to do is fill it a third of the way up with water so it stops draining. Right, and that should be enough for this because I don't want it coming right the way to the surface. Then I add enough Postcrete so you can't see any water. Nearly to the top. Got there. Okay, and then it says sprinkle the surface with water. Okay, so that should be enough. I set that, that'll set. I can't remember how long it takes Postcrete to set, but within an hour that'll be firm enough to hold it, and in a day it'll be rock solid. So I've got to get on, dig all the other holes and fill them up with Postcrete. So I'll see you at the end. That's all 12 posts, got the hooks on and the concrete in, the Postcrete. Now I was going to show you my staging and put that in next, Unfortunately I need larger bolts, so I can't do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some supports, because I've got 4 ridge bars already, but I'm going to put in 3 more for extra stability and extra attachments for ground points. So I'm going to mark them out and put the mountings for them in now, so I'll show you what I'm doing there. Here I've got 2 Jubilee clips that have been interlinked. I've got a 25 to 51, the large one, that's going to go around the main tube here. Then I have a 20 to 32 mil one that's going to go around the pipe that I've got. Now the ridge bars I had made specially via First Tunnels. So basically I'll just take this, unscrew it all the way. Now I've measured where I want, and this line is going to be the inside edge of this. So I take it and I put it this way with the screw pointing down. What that means, with the screw pointing down, this loose edge is going to come down, get trapped under here and come back on itself, rather than poking straight up into the cover. So I hold this along the edge there and tighten it up. See, it's starting to feed through the second hoop. Just loosen it a little bit. Because with the second hoop, there we go, I want to position this just a little bit more, so that it's going to be up here, like that. That way I can come in, this will be held where I need it to be when it's done, and I can access it, make sure I can access it with this screwdriver. So position that on my mark, and position this there. I need an extra set of hands sometimes, and then I can just get this tightened. Don't need to too tight. If you over tight, you can strip them or break their heads, but that should be enough. Now I'm going to do that with the rest of them, and then I'll show you putting in the first bit of the crop bar. The battery's running low, so I'll be quick with this. I have one here clipped in, one there clipped in. I've loosened the second one to basically to the edge, so that gives it a bit more space. So what I do is I will take the first pole. This one has 2 plain ends. The middle one I have has 2 swaged ends, and the end ones for these bits are both plain. So what I'll do is I'll go to the end. I have to keep swapping bits because I've got 2 different sizes. So this one I think is an 8mm, yeah, whereas that one's a 7mm. So for the end bits, they're just two plain ends and a swaged middle. For the centre bar where it hits the doors, I wasn't too sure if there'd be clearance on the doors, so I've got 2 flat ends. But anyway, what I'm doing is I'm lining this up with the edge of here, and then I'm going to tighten this up. I don't want it too tight in case it breaks the connection, because if you over tighten them you can strip them. Then I come back and tighten this one. Now I tighten that one almost fully. This one I'm leaving a little bit loose because I'm going to have to wiggle in the next one when I add that in. So I'll get that one ready, and I'll show you trying to get these two to meet up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can see the air there. So what I have is a sway piece. Now this is going to be the centre piece for the two ends. So you can't see it on camera. What I'm doing is I'm feeding it through the first set of hoops. And you should see it coming into that hoop now. So now I just need to take this and connect that there. So now I can clamp down this and that one. So I can clamp this down. And then I can go back and clamp this one down. Okay, so they're quite solid and stable. They're going to reinforce the tunnel, but they're also going to mean I can run strings down these, or I can hang things off them. And with the cover over, when it rains, it's not going to risk sagging as much, because this will stop the cover from being pushed in by rain or snow. So yeah, that's that. I've got 2 more rows to do, and one on the end. I'll do them off camera. But what I will have to do is cut them down, because although I knew this was 3 meters, I didn't know how long they're 3 meters, whether it was going to be 3 meters and 10 centimeters or 2 meters 95. No, 6 meters, sorry, 6 meters 95, or you know, whether it would be just over and just under. So I got these a few centimeters longer than I needed. So what I'll have to do is mark out where I need the end to be and bring my grinder down tomorrow and cut them off. Okay, so that's me for today. I'm quite chuffed with the way it's going, and you know, it'll be end of next week maybe by the time I get the cover on, because I've still got a few things I want to do with it. So I will see you tomorrow.